720 here, Big 550 KTRS. There was new video that was released from a cell phone in California that's getting a lot of attention. Alex Stone is in L.A. to talk about it. Good morning, Alex Stone.
Danny McCraw, good morning. And yeah, it's getting a lot more attention as we speak. It seems like as the hour goes by, more and more people are seeing the video. And in fact, there was a bystander who was extremely close as it was all unfolding. Here's what it sounded like as he was taking the video of the shooting. And what was going on during this is Nicholas Robertson, 28 years old. He was walking down the street in the Linwood section of L.A. County. And he had been agitated, had a gun in his hand, a semi-automatic handgun, according to witnesses and the sheriff's department. He was waving it around. Deputies arrived, and he then began walking away from them. Here's what the sheriff's department is saying.
The suspect presented a threat to the deputies and to the community, and they took the action that they did.
Well, he was walking away, it appears, in the video when they began firing at him. You see him go down. As he's on the ground, he is then crawling away from the deputies, and they continue firing a total of 33 times. And the sheriff's department says that they're continuing to investigate. In the video, the deputies are standing in the middle of the street. They're not taking cover. They're just standing there firing at him, and now there are many questions about what went on.
Yeah, so the video was taken across the street from, it looks like inside some building, and there's some sort of support structures that sort of get in the way of the video. It's very hard to see if the suspect really was waving his gun, correct?
Right, and there are some still video, some still shots from the video and some other locations that the sheriff's department has now put out, and they show him down on the ground with the gun kind of pointed outward, not toward the deputies, but forward toward where he was walking. But it is hard to tell if he ever did turn around and point that gun at the deputies. His family, obviously, they're angry with what went on, but when they claim that once he went down, they should have stopped firing at that point, the sheriff's department says he had the gun. He was still a threat, and they had to keep firing.
Is it also, it looks like that one of the officers sort of reloads in the middle of the video?
You know, it's hard to tell, but it wouldn't be surprising with 33 shots in total that he does. The deputies are seemingly pretty calm, standing in the middle of the street, and they're standing almost like they're at a firing range. They aren't taking any sort of cover. They aren't running around. They're standing in the street with their legs apart a little bit, firing nonstop even after he goes down. And that's where folks are saying, well, wait a second. You disabled him. He went down. The sheriff's department says, well, yes, but he still had the gun. He still wasn't complying with orders, and he was still a threat, and they had to neutralize that threat. In the end, they killed him. But now lots of questions that are coming up.
Do we know anything about the person who took the video? Was just an innocent bystander?
Yeah, he's completely innocent. He was in a store, a restaurant next door across the street from where all this was going on. He saw the police response to a man with a gun. We understand that Robertson was distraught over a potential domestic violence situation. But this guy in what may have been a pizza restaurant began recording because he saw the sheriff's deputies holding Robertson at gunpoint. And then when Robertson began walking away, that's when they opened fire, and you see him kind of jumping around in the room trying to get a better angle on what's going on.
And I'm sorry, Kelly, this happened Saturday, right?
Yeah, this was on Saturday.
Did they at all talk to him before they started shooting at him? Do we know?
Well, according to the sheriff's department, they had given him orders over and over again to drop the gun, and he wasn't dropping it. He had been shooting the gun in the air before they got on scene. The sheriff's department says it was never fired once deputies got there, that he never did fire it. But when they were responding to the call, they knew there were reports of a man in the street, erratic, firing a gun. And when they arrived, he had that gun. It's in dispute if he ever pointed it at the deputies. But he definitely did have it in hand, according to all witnesses and according to video images of the response and what was going on. So, now it's going to turn into the trying to take any shot you can out of the video, still shot, and see was it ever pointed at those deputies, looking at surveillance tapes, looking at everything else, listening to witness statements. But right now, those deputies have been taken off field duty while the case is investigated.
Alex Stone live in Los Angeles. Thanks, Alex.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
725 here, Big 550 KTRS. Looking for a view.